First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders of the Great Millstone, and salutation to all Yakim on the and bodies bidding to marriage. I want to start off with the, I want to get this quote first. Alright. You never have to be scared to look to the future for an opportunity. Saying that, that don't be afraid of what's coming, or what already happens, So you got America, gearing up for martial law. Martial law is coming about. Before I get that, I'm not gonna get this. I don't want to save that later. I'm gonna get this video. It's a permanent quarantine, he said, worldwide. He used to work for Wall Street, this guy.
Federal shutdown, self-imposed isolation across the entire country, but also the rollout through our big pharmacological companies that you all know too well, giving everybody the vaccine that they are going to require.
See, look, and this vaccine, so-called vaccine, is mandatory. You must get it, And then you have them talking about going door to door with guns, confiscating guns and stuff,
To travel, for your children to go to school, for anything really is going to be a part of the future.
See, bitch, that's the RFID chip. What else? It says you may not buy or sell, saying who has the mark. So this could be the microchip, the mark of the beast. Think about it, Why? So he just said you're not gonna be able to do nothing without this vaccine. And what scripture that gets into, Let me get it right now. Revelations. I forgot. Okay. Revelation 13 to 16. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So everybody's going to have the mark, except the 144,000. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So you're not going to buy or sell unless you have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Basically the same thing what he's talking about.
Mark that they're going to give all of us and all of you tuning in unless you refuse to take it. Now, also, we're seeing with record unemployment numbers now up over 6 million plus, which is just outstanding. I mean, we haven't seen anything like this since the Great Depression. These numbers are going to be much worse than the Great Depression, and we're seeing food shortages across the country. In Arizona, for example, there's still not toilet paper. You can get very few meats, and we're even hearing calls for Jeff Bezos to shut down his major distribution.
See, look, they're shutting down food stores, people low on meats, all that chicken and steak and lamb and all the cutlets. It's gonna be gone, because Esau's stockpiling it up, stockpiling all that meat with no seasoning. All the seasonings in the store, but all the meats in his fridge. And all that lamb and chicken and steak and all the good stuff. Bought it all up. Devil. That's for the fridge. That's why Esau's gonna cut off the internet and cut off every electronic device, and including your home. Esau's gonna be having spoiled meat for days. Cause you already know Esau's the first bug out. Esau right now is probably killing his wife and kids because he can't hit. He's a coward. Why you gotta take them with you?
Plants as a result of the spread of COVID-19. This is also putting us in very dangerous territory and waters, quite literally, in the South China Sea, as we see the escalations with an escalation with the United States and China. Now, keep in mind, China has accused the United States of planning the virus. Its top officials, its generals, its equivalent of the Pentagon, actually accused the United States government of unleashing this.
China spins tell that the U.S. Army started the coronavirus epidemic. If you think about it, that's not far off the mark, because right now as we speak, one of my earlier videos, you got America going to war with Iran right now, and tensions is rising with in the ocean in South China Sea with America. America just shot missiles at Iran troops in Iraq. So Esau did this all on purpose to distract people. So I wouldn't be surprised, you know. It's all of a sudden after this all happened, the coronavirus epidemic, Esau starts shooting missiles at Iran.
Rogue mutating HIV-like strain into the population of Wuhan. This is what they're saying. I'm not saying this, which is now shut down Europe and, of course, the Americas. And it really is a strange time. For example, you can't open up a bank account. I called where I am currently at, and you can't open up a business bank account. Everything's closed. So how are people supposed to do commerce? How are you supposed to do business? More importantly, how are you supposed to get food in these kinds of things if they've shut down the entire economy? I mean, think about this for a minute. This is absolutely insane and crazy. The government has forced 2/3, maybe more than that, of the U.S. citizens here in the United States to refuse an income so that they can feed their family. And the rollout of this check, this meaningless, worthless, hyperinflationary check, if you ever get it, is supposedly not going to be rolled out for several months. So that means people are going to go hungry much, much sooner than many people expect. And this is creating not just social division, but the expectation will be civil unrest in the United States, which is why they're putting up these barriers and these kinds of things in grocery stores, not to protect against COVID-19, but to protect against looting and these kinds of things as well. So we really are in this unprecedented.
Hey, look, people are looting. People don't care no more. I seen a video, right, on YouTube. Jake was stealing up everything in Walmart. They didn't do nothing. They didn't give a damn. No one listen. No one cares no more. The police, there's certain crimes you can commit now. Theft, automobile theft. Stealing, breaking into people's houses. Like, this is crazy, right? In Philadelphia, right now as we speak, you can break into someone's house without getting arrested. People are looting stores. Esau's kingdom is falling. So that's gonna happen. People are gonna have no pity upon their neighbor. I like watching survival shows, right? Like Walking Dead. I was watching this scene where this guy said, "I gotta take I gotta take. I have to take this. My family. I can't wait any longer. My family's getting hungry." Basically saying that the same thing's gonna be happening. No man's gonna have pity upon his neighbor. You're gonna have Esau fighting everybody's gonna be fighting each other for food and survival. You're gonna have them Edomites on a tower sniping Jake off. You're gonna have to deal with that, because Esau's the devil.
At a time in America. Also, we must understand that their intention is to demoralize all of you tuning in. The mainstream media is the biggest fear-mongering network and propaganda machine that I have ever witnessed. CNN, we saw Chris Cuomo yesterday, who says allegedly he has COVID-19. MSNBC, Fox News, fear-mongering more than I've ever seen it in American history, telling Americans and highlighting and broadcasting stories. For example, this was in the mainstream media today, that New York City and the state of New York has ordered all of its paramedics to not resuscitate you if you have cardiac arrest. Did you hear what I just said? Not to resuscitate you if you have a heart attack. So basically they're going to let you die in the state of New York. Also, the Pentagon announced yesterday, along with the Department of Homeland Security, that they have 100,000 plus body bags, I think also in New York City, planning for mass death. Now, these are the stories coming from the main...
Esau's the devil. We all know Esau's gonna start killing people. Esau needs to stop it. Esau think it's the virus. The virus is it's the virus that's doing all it. Yeah, no, it's not. You know, he's a devil. You know. Let me get the scripture. Cause Esau's gonna have to. He's gonna be killing people in their houses. He's gonna be killing people. It had nothing to do with the virus. I'm gonna get the scripture. Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he hath but a short time. So why Esau doing all this? Because he's running out of time. You know, the chariots are getting closer to earth. You know, there's already chariots in the atmosphere. You know, but the bigger ones outside the atmosphere. You know, near the space stations. As soon as they're given the green light, they're gonna blast these space stations wherever they may these cities, these beams are, you know, all these movies, it shows you that these chariots have laser beams, you know, blowing up cities. Watch the movie Independence Day. It's a good movie, you know. I rejoice. I got that. Put that one. I get this. More than 16,000 United States National Guard members have been deployed across 50 states to help with the coronavirus pandemic by distributing food, running screening facilities, and disinfecting public places. The governors of at least 22 states have approved the use of dual status commanders to coordinate this response. These commanders report to both the state governor and the commanding structure of the U.S. military. This response isn't just about delivering food or supporting COVID testing. It's about protecting our children, parents, and grandparents. Joseph told the Military Times, "Our nation looking to the National Guard to help. We can't let them down." First off, how does implementing martial law stop the coronavirus, anyways? If it's like they're humans too, so shouldn't they get infected? Why are they distributing food? What makes them different than us? You see, Esau's lying. He's playing. That's his thing. He likes to play games. Everybody look. No one believing in the mainstream media anymore. No one listening to CNN, Fox News, NBC, CNN, whatever. All these, all these letters news channels. Like what makes them think they can't get it? Cause the numbers are exaggerated. Even if it is real, the numbers are exaggerated. I was reading up something where they're counting regular deaths like a heart attack, uh, I don't know what other suicides, any other disease or ailment in your body and you die from it. They calling that even COVID-19. So some of most of those numbers that you see up that people are keep talking 200,000 cases in America, that's a lie. That's a lie right there. Because some of those deaths are or infections have nothing to do with COVID-19. They're just lying. He's a demon. He's also a devil. I'm going to get another scripture. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith. His spirit is not right. He can't do right. And his economy is crashing. This is the bet. Let me get this. Exclusive on tonight's Secretary of Defense Mark. I'm not listening. We're not watching that nonsense. Joe's a liar. Everything he says is lying. If you see them with a tie, let me see. If you ever see Esau with a whole suit on with a tie, he's lying. I'm a bunch of devils. He's a liar. That's all he does is lie.
Mainstream media. Again, I'm not reporting this. This is what CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC is highlighting as U.S. stocks continue a record imminent collapse to levels that we have not seen ever in generations. I think you need to understand the big takeaway here, as I've talked about a lot, is we are never going back to where America was. Let me give you an example. A lot of people are telling me, Christopher, I can't wait for the economy to open up.
You see, look, he's right. America ain't going back to the way it is because Esau is not playing. Esau is gonna force this vaccination on people. You're gonna get it. If you don't get it, he may just kill you. Esau. When I heard about the mark of the beast, I was thinking, yeah, Esau's gonna advertise it. Like the rappers. Jake's gonna advert. No, Esau's not playing. He's gonna bust down your door and make you take it. Or drag you to the hospital. I don't know. Esau's crazy. Esau's crazy.
Again, I can't wait for the lockdown and the quarantine and the mandatory things that are happening now to lift, because as soon as they do, I'm really going to focus on the Second Amendment and I'm going to become a big prepper. You are living a pipe dream. You're never going to get that chance again.
He's right. You never. It was interesting. Like, I think he works for you. You never know. This man could be a spy or agent. Because I heard that even the government is making people, hiring people from the government to make videos that based on the truth, so they can round up all the followers that have been following them. Just a thought. Because he knows a lot.
You are either prepared or you were prepared now.
Because he's right about that. America's not going back to the way it is. Because the mark of the beast is going to change the whole system. There's going to be new laws in place, You're not going to be able to buy or sell, like, the scriptures say, too. And that's, you're not going to... You think Esau's going to let you walk in there without the chip? No, he's going to say, hey, where's your microchip at? Where's your microchip at, pal? You're going to sit there like, yeah, I'm going to report to the authorities. Esau's going to, Esau's the devil.
Or you never will be again. It goes for the Second Amendment. It goes for food. Look how we sold out of food. There is no food left.
But my thing is, how does he know it's not going to go back to the way it was, Oh, yeah. I forgot.
All suppliers, major Second Amendment, and broadcasting store. York also.
What happened to the camera?
Which is what made.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, never mind. I gotta look for it.
For mass death. Now, these are the currently is, why would you not be dollar cost averaging into some of these types of tangibles? I mean, this is the most important timing and time of your life to protect you and your family from losing everything. And I've always encouraged at least 10% in precious metals, gold, and silver.
Okay, that's not gonna save you in that time. He needs to stop the nonsense. He needs to stop playing. He needs to stop it. He's always talking about investing in gold or silver or cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency is basically money off the... It's virtual. It's like, think of it as virtual, like video game money. You know how you win coins in Mario? Think of it like that. And to have cryptocurrency or virtual currency, it's gonna be built in a computer. And if Esau shuts down the computer, what are you gonna do? All that money all that real cash you invested in is gonna be gone because it's in the laptop that you just used. And if Esau used the EMP, boom, it's off. Everything, So there's a lot of flaws in what he says about investment. There's no such thing as investing. You're not investing because Esau is not gonna take your gold. He's gonna take your gold a bit, but he ain't gonna give you nothing for it. He wants you to have that RFID chip. Esau may just bust down his door and just confiscate it all, because it's gonna be the mark of the beast. As soon as the system is rebooted and remade, It's not going to be by gold or silver. It's not going to be by cryptocurrency. It's not going to be by the dollar. It's going to be by the mark of the beast. So this guy's saying he believes in Jesus. He doesn't read the scriptures as much as he says, as much as he called upon that name, even though that's not the Lord's name, of course. He keeps saying Jesus, but that's not the Lord's name, and the scriptures tell you that it's going to be by the mark, the chip. You know,
just for events like that are currently happening. So I don't think we're going back ever. I don't think it's ever going to be the same.
if it's never going to be the same, like he says, why are you keep telling people to invest in gold and silver? It's not going to matter. No, sketchy guy.
In America again. I truly believe that this is a permanent, and this is not fear mongering, I really believe this. I believe this is a permanent lockdown, permanent quarantine, and then they'll lift and open things up a little bit. They've nationalized the entire economy. They'll open up a little bit and then they'll close it again. Because again, there's going to be future outbreaks, right? And they're not just going to get rid of COVID-19. And then if it's not COVID-19, it'll be something else. It'll be something else to blame. It'll be another scapegoat. It'll be another cover.
See, he knows something. This guy, he subscribes to Donald Trump wholeheartedly, but he knows a lot about. He just doesn't. This doesn't make sense how he just said there's gonna be some stores shutting down, some stores coming back up, and just be a Republican. Even someone with his mindset would think a Democrat and a Republican are no different. They're just two wings on the same bird. Just Esau, man. All these Edomites lie, man. I wanted to know the reason why I put on the search bar 2012. He's reading a script is because I was watching this movie. It's called 2012. It's like the end of the world, with all these natural disasters. There was this scene where he said, the mayor said, "Everybody stay calm, ain't nothing gonna happen." And the guy's wife called him. Right, she was at the house. He's saying, "You gotta get out the house. You gotta leave. You gotta leave San Francisco." She said, "Why?" The mayor said it's gonna be fine. He said nothing's gonna happen. He said the guy's reading the script. He's an actor, So think about it. Why would Esau put that in a movie? In some videos I be watching on YouTube, they be saying the president's an actor, and he's reading off a script also. So there's a lot that's going in. There's a lot of truth in that. If this guy could be an actor, everything he's talking about right now is probably being written for him by somebody else. You never know.
Now, they're definitely ushering us into war. Now, I've talked about this for years. We are going to have a world war with China. Guaranteed. I mean, look at how that is unraveled in such a short period of time. We have gone from trade negotiations and, economic embargoes and talks about working and negotiating with China to now all-out war potentially in the South China Sea, and Donald Trump picking up his rhetoric not just in Central America and Maduro and parts of South America and these kinds of things, but most importantly in the East and in the South China Sea with countries like China, Russia, and Iran. Now,
see, look, all these countries is gonna America's not gonna stand up to them. How? You think Europe is? I'm gonna get a scripture because I don't. Says talk more than I get verses. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that had made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. No one ain't listening to America. Embargoes, telling people to stop trading with certain countries, And no one ain't listening to that. Trying to tell certain countries to not build cars anymore. They're gonna be built in America. That's Donald Trump talking to Germany, talking about we don't want their cars. Most of the cars you get are from other countries. I mean, you're gonna make your own car. We don't need their cars. Donald Trump don't care. He just that guy that just doesn't. People, and you got Esau voting for him, right? And they don't know that he's destroying the economy. They still suck up to him. Let me get this. economy is collapsing, and so are Trump's re-election chances. Hey, doing? You gotta find. Esau's a fool, man. Esau's a complete fool. He thought he was gonna be saved. You know, it's the end of America. Fighting against Iran, China. We shall hear wars or rumors of wars. Be not troubled, for these things must come to pass. But when we get to scripture, America's going down. Isaiah 14:12-20. How thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. How thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations. Embargoes, telling other countries they can't deal with certain goods or deals with other countries, bombing them by their and by philosophy. For how thou said in thine heart, I'll ascend to heaven, I'll exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I'll sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I'll ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Everybody's going to be surprised. Is this the man that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, opened not and destroyed the city thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Everybody's going to be surprised. Is this the man? Because people are not going to believe that. Because he's going to probably look like the caveman like he is, The Lord's going to put him back in his prime most state. Looking like a chimpanzee.
Also, America's enemies are going to use this, in my opinion, as an advantage, right? When America is weak, that's when you strike. So we have public works programs coming to America. Donald Trump talking about a $2 trillion stimulus bill in addition to the other bailouts. So this is why the dollars in your pockets will be worth nothing. And it's why all gold and all silver, in my humble opinion, will be completely sold out everywhere. Whether or not it's at amtvgold.com or it's at any other dealer or distributor or supplier worldwide. They move armored trucks to particular parts of the country. You can't even open up a business bank account where I currently am. So again, as a part of your action strategy, not only do you need food and you need water and you need self-defense and protection, and we're never going back to how open it was before, but if you have any wealth, then you want to take a percentage of that and you want to highly consider, and in my opinion, buy as much gold and silver as you possibly.
He's about to get everybody killed. He needs to shut up. Keep talking about that gold and silver. Everybody with as much wealth go buy gold and silver. He just said stuff is not gonna go back to the way it is. So you can't invest in old ways. Esau, stop lying to the people. Esau. This guy's a devil. He's trying to get people killed. Gold and silver. So Esau's just gonna take that from me and let you starve. You think Esau said, "Yep, I want to confiscate this. We'll get back to you with 2 to 5 business days." Think Esau cares? He'll take your gold. The government may just take it and not do nothing for it.
We can't, because you can hold it, and we know throughout history's past that it'll keep up with hyperinflation, whether or not this was the Weimar Republic, it was Zimbabwe, Argentina in recent times, or it's in Venezuela. We saw that just a couple of years ago, or now it's the United States of America. And as a result of monetizing everything and bailing out everything and nationalizing everything, there is just no going back. Now, for the average man out there, I know a lot of you don't have the budgets to buy gold. If you do buy gold, I mean, obviously get multiple 100-gram bars, get bigger bars if you can. And even if you don't buy from us, and go find it somewhere else and get this stuff now. But a great way for the average mom and pop, everybody's working on a budget, and I know a lot of people are unemployed right now, but just buy a little silver then. And buy a little silver every single month and dollar cost average your position over time. Now, we already have minimum 3 to 5 week fulfillment now. So you're not going to get gold or silver for...
What is his faith? My thing is, where is your faith at? This dude is praying to the money, man. It's like, man, if there was a statue of a gold bar, man, I think he would be on his knees praying with his hands together. This dude, I want to get a scripture, What is this gold bars and silver and investments? Think the Lord won't let you starve? You can eat your. Hope you can chew on that gold bar. The Lord may just test you on your faith. You could. Wait, no. I don't think that's even a verse. Don't trust in money. The root of money is the root of money. Alright, First Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So he got, that's eating Edomite. You already know. You could just tell. But his faith, where he said he's a Christian. Like, where's your faith at? You're erring from the. Talking about investing in gold and silver, and we gotta get back to the goose. If you don't got enough gold, go get some silver. Man, you better hope you can defend your gold and silver. I don't hope you eat off of it. Think people are gonna rationalize in that day? My family's. Let's say someone had a guy had 5 kids, and you try to rationalize giving him a gold bar. Like, are you serious? Is he gonna be able to eat that? Like, this is probably just knock you out and just take your food. You think anybody's gonna care about gold and silver in that day? Gold and silver. Trust in Yahweh Shem No. As much as he say he trust, doesn't even know that's not the Lord's name. Let me get this verse. Psalm 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Don't put your trust in the government. Forget the government. They didn't create you. That's what Esau trying to do. Shutting down all these stores and making the National Guard rationalize food for us. Like, we got to be dependable upon them. Like, they're basically the pantries now, or the next grocery stores. Esau trying to normalize extending help from his side to us. I think I used that word wrong. Esau trying to how do I say this? He's trying to stretch out his hand to us, to the people, so we could dependable on him. But no, be dependable on the Lord. He created us. He created the whole universe. He creates the food. He feeds the ants. He feeds the flies. He feeds the butterflies. The what are some, like all the animals you see? He feeds them. The plants, the trees, to the smallest organism. Even the Most High acknowledges what they need. Parasites, leeches, some of the things people wouldn't even think of needs food to survive. You know. So, like, if you think the Lord doesn't care about you, that's the Lord. Are we not greater than they? Roughly paraphrasing the book of Matthew. We are better than them. The Lord even said it. You know. This guy over here, we gotta invest gold, silver, guys. Gotta invest. Gotta make investments. I know it's not gonna go back to the old ways, but so you're gonna have all that gold and silver. It's gonna be a new system in place, but you're still trying to tell people to invest gold and silver. You're such a devil. He's such a devil. There's gonna be no use for that in that day, cause Esau's gonna want you to have that RFID chip, and if you don't have it, you ain't eating. So I don't know why. And it's not only that, but you gotta pray to Yahweh Shem Shai. Just because you don't, there's gonna be, some of us that don't take it. Lord's willing, that be us. The hopeful, elect. Lord's willing. Lord's put the spirit on us for us to not take the mark of the beast. There's gonna be some of us, if we don't take the mark of the beast, that's still gonna be eaten. You know, even without the mark of the beast or gold and silver in that day. So this guy put more trust in the material. He trust in the creature more than the creator. You know, and he trusted in the materialistic thing than the spiritual, the Most High, the Creator. If only I would get on him more, but there's not. I don't. But he's not even Jake. I would be saying Jake should have faith, but this is an Edomite. I bet he never did have faith. But it's just a front, you know. But I'll stop talking.
3 to 5 weeks anywhere in the world. But soon that will be 6, and then 7, and then 8 weeks, and then you won't be able to get it again. At least for a short, moderate period of time, as they haven't even opened up the economy yet. People are still dying in Italy. Italy's still quarantined. So what makes you think that the United States is going to be released from their quarantine? It's not going to happen. Again, unprecedented job losses and unprecedented loss of income only assures the collapse of all highly leveraged assets, from stocks to bonds to U.S. treasuries, although cash, there's been a lot of running to cash in the short term. But all of these assets, real estate, there was just a report today that Manhattan real estate prices are absolutely cratering. And this is going to happen all across the country and all across the globe for as long as this quarantine lasts. But again, what's the big takeaway of this message? The big takeaway of this message is your life has changed indefinitely. It'll never be the same again. The United States is not going back to where it was. It will.
He keeps saying it's not going back to the way it was. So why are you telling people to invest in gold and silver? It don't make sense. Is the system not going to be the same as it was in the past? Hey, I'm going to invest in gold and silver. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff. No. You know, it's ridiculous.
Always be more difficult now to exercise your Second Amendment rights, your First Amendment rights. It will always be more difficult to protect your assets. That's why they don't want you to own gold. I mean, let's be honest. The government doesn't want you to have gold, doesn't want you to have silver. They don't want you to own cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin. Notice Bitcoin, another asset class, which I've talked a lot about over the last 11, 12 years, huge rally today. And again, I told all of you guys very transparent. I don't always make money on every trade or position that I take, but I opened up very large positions several days ago, and we are already in the money big. Bitcoin was up near 10% just today, and many of my other positions had similar performance. So you need to understand that you've got to pivot right now. Okay, so if you have food and water, go get that first. Make sure you have self-defense. Understand that the U.S. government is preparing for civil unrest here in the United States of America. One positive sign, again, click link below, visit us, AMTV Gold, 3 to 5 week delivery, but get what you can now. Okay, I've got very, very limited supply on both silver and gold, different right to congregate at churches, which I think is...
Church are allowed to stay open in states where millions are particularly vulnerable to... Esau's a devil, man. Esau, look at Jake. Look at Jake at the bottom. Jake, you're a devil too. And Esau said, you know what? Let the blind lead the blind. Let them all fall into a ditch. Yeah. The only thing that's probably allowed, I guess the churches are allowed open though, to a lot of people. Man, Esau wants to push his lie about Caesarea for as long as he can, man. Like, just shut down the churches, man. You're brainwashing these people. Stop it. You know, he's not such a devil. He's still pushing that lie. Man. It said churches and other religious facilities will be allowed to remain open more than half of the states that are most vulnerable to coronavirus. It said half of the, churches are allowed to stay open in states where millions are particularly vulnerable to coronavirus. If they're vulnerable to this epidemic, this disease, why would you keep churches open? Esau's a devil, man. He wants people to get sick, not only get sick, but lie to them also. Man, brainwashing Jake even more. He said, you know what? No, this is not, we gotta keep these churches open. We gotta keep lying. Keep these people in a dream state. Tell them the Lord's name is Jesus and not Yahweh Shai, and lie about how the Lord's, it's just a bunch of madness, man. Esau, man. You got the pastors, taking the money from Esau to preach this nonsense, man. Esau been had blood on his hands since forever, but Jay should know better than that, man. Letting the money consume you.
Amazing, and I just love, because I want to end with this. Now's the time to stand up for our King Jesus Christ.
Bro, there's only like twice I heard him ever say that this entire video. The Lord, man, this dude, bro, I think the only time I ever heard him say that name is probably the 14-minute mark, 14:12, how long I was watching the video, in the beginning, only twice. The other times about Bitcoin, gold, and silver, so it's like, this dude, talking about bonds and market and exchange investments and all this. I never even heard of liquid assets. We got to get the assets and a bunch of other stuff. I was like, where does the Lord come in? Where do you think him? You know, you don't got his name, but at least give some type of honor. No, but he waits like to the end of his videos and the beginning of it to even say anything.
Now is the time not to back down. Now is the time, and I know some of you probably disagree with me on this, is to stand up and hold physical in person. You can still take precautions and stand 6 feet away from people and do all these kinds of things, but to hold a congregation and services publicly. This is the time in history where we need to stand up for Jesus Christ, our King, and more important than that, we need to give people hope. And I want you to all understand.
So I guess he's basically what the church is. Yeah, he's a devil too. You know what? I want to get that scripture, man. I can't stand seeing this madness. Blind leading the blind. Let them Matthew chapter 15 verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. So the blind will lead the blind. They both shall fall into the ditch. And this is the blind. He's he's madness. The churches, him following after the churches.
Stand out there that it will be okay. Jesus Christ is coming back. I mean, we are living in end times biblical prophecy, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's right about that. The end times, not the Lord's. He's still calling upon that Jesus. The Lord ain't gonna hear that. And he's not even Israel anyways. He ain't gonna hear you regardless if you said the Lord's name. Devil, lion.
Right now, it is happening now. The plagues, COVID-19, locusts in Africa, Australia, the whole country was on fire just months ago. An economic collapse we haven't seen since the 1930s. World events, rumors of war, and actual real physical confrontations. Trump even threatening to strike Iran just a couple of days ago on Twitter. So there is hope. Don't lose hope. But that also does not mean don't prep, right? Get gold, get silver, get crypto, get what you guys need, and start small.
Where are your survival skills gonna come in? He's so worried about cryptocurrency and gold and silver. Let's say they shut off the whole grid. Let's say they shut off every bank, so you won't be able to exchange gold or silver to the banks. What then? What if they cut off the internet? What happened to your cryptocurrency and then? What about learning how to plant fruits or vegetables or doing something productive? Just learning how to work out things outside, be able to make a gardening. I don't know, sew your clothes. I'm just saying, stuff, actual physical. He's talking about a bunch of dreams. He wants. Oh man, He really wants to live in the 1900s where the times were booming. He's a fool.
Right, you don't have to be rich to do these things. Start small, dollar cost average. Learn about these new things. Take some of my online educational courses. Network with other people. Learn that you are going to have to pivot to create value in the new economy. When 2/3 of our economy is service-based, and all those jobs are gone, and that income is lost, if you don't take action now, then what do you think is going to happen? I'm sure you can connect the dots. So take action, get a little gold and silver. That's my piece of advice today. Consider us at amtvgold.com. I certainly appreciate that. I appreciate your business. Again, I've been doing this a very, very long time. Now, then when can you? Okay, if you can't congregate during end times and a literal plague and pandemic, according to the CDC, when people need hope and love of Jesus Christ.
Shut up. Stop saying. Time I hear that name, man. It gets annoying. It's not even the Lord's name. Love and hope of Jesus Christ. And I was like, I sound like the average Christian. I hate hearing that.
More than any other time in recent memory or world history, then when can you exercise that right? So I encourage all of you to stand up and, more importantly, help other people. Small acts of kindness, maybe buying some groceries for somebody.
Buying some groceries for somebody. He won't even do that. I don't want to think. That's the funny part is that he doesn't even do that. He can tell somebody else to do that, but you don't even do that. Now, when are you gonna set an example? All you doing is selling all your products and making money off of it. But I don't see you ever. Never heard a single story of him ever giving anything to anybody. Yeah, Esau's a greedy he's a greedy. He's an ass. He's a douche. He got Jake. Jake's the same way nowadays. They mad, mean, and greedy. I remember this one time I was at my cousin's house. I couldn't use the bathroom because somehow she owned the bathroom. I could, like, what? Like, this bathroom was hers and no one else could use it. The other bathroom was used. The other bathroom was somebody there, her mother's. Then no one could use that bathroom. I was sitting there like, what the? Like, you can't, like, goddamn. Like, everything control, everything. No one wants to share with anybody because the spirit of Esau is on people, Just want to put that out there.
Helping with yard work, maybe just providing encouragement, hope, maybe reading scripture to a friend, maybe texting a friend scripture, offering encouragement. That goes a long way in this environment. And understand, we are all saved. We are all saved, but
Esau Esau is the biggest bug out. He says, we're all saved. Like, how do you even know that? Where's your... Oh, man, this is crazy, man. He's saying we're all saved. Where is your... he doesn't got the Lord's name. He trusts in gold and silver. He seems like he's with the churches. I mean, you being saved, man. What does saved mean to you? I guess we all have different opinions on what the perspectives on what saved means. He meant he's going to slavery and he's gonna serve for 1,000 years. I think that's his save. I think that's what he meant by save.
you have to ask for that salvation and forgiveness, and you have to realize that there really is not much time left. I love you guys.
Yeah, he's right about that. There's not much time left. Keep praying to Yahweh Shai.
So much. God bless. Jesus Christ is King.
Alright, I'm done. I can't hear nothing. I can't. Messing with me now. I just want to end the video like that. The Lord is almost here. He's coming back. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and double honor to Elder Great Millstone, and salutations to all y'all came on the highways and byways. Till next time, I say Shalom. We're almost home.